Even he acknowledged his reputation as the enfant terrible of Trinidad politics. A man who delighted in tormenting the British governor and was not above using his corpulent body to stand his ground, even if it meant throwing himself on the ground. Albert Gomes is one of the most truly colourful characters ever to have graced the political stage of Trinidad and Tobago. After the labour riots of 1937, his stocks rose in direct relation to the decline of Captain Arthur Cipriani, the once popular working-class leader whose conservative brand of politics was swept away by a rising tide of militancy.
They say he was the leader of the working men when they had no shoes, but when they got shoes, he failed to make the next step.
In South Trinidad, the working-class masses deserted Cipriani for the messianic grassroots leadership of Tubal Uriah Butler, while in the north, the ebullient Albert Gomes, then a member of the city council, proved more in sync with the popular culture than Mayor Cipriani. Albert Gomes made his name challenging the status quo and championing the rights of colonial society's rejects, such as steel bandsmen and shouter Baptists. At every turn, Cipriani was outmaneuvered by Gomes's keen sense of drama. It hit a high note during debate on Gomes's motion against the mayor's ban on public meetings in Woodford Square. More than 70 years later, Woodbrook resident Doreen Ahow vividly remembers the incident.
He lay down on the floor and it took 4 policemen to move him. That was one of the things they talked about with Bertie Gomes. He was so insistent on what he was saying that he lay down on the floor. It took 4 policemen because he was big.
On the franchise committee, the two squared off on the issue of whether the right to vote should be given to all. In the end, Cipriani voted against universal adult suffrage, while Gomes came out in strong support of the vote for all without income or property conditions. In a minority report, he argued it was precisely the poor who needed the vote. Along with committee members Adrian Cola-Rienzi and Ralph Mentor, Albert Gomes campaigned successfully for everyone to have the right to vote. 1 year before the first election under universal suffrage, Arthur Cipriani passed away, creating a vacancy in the Legislative Council. In the ensuing by-election, Gomes succeeded Cipriani in the seat. The next year, in the first election under universal adult suffrage in 1946, Bertie Gomes reaped the reward of his campaign for universal adult suffrage. Challenged by Uriah Butler's miscalculated bid for North Port of Spain, Gomes defeated the Labour hero by a resounding margin of almost 4-1.